How's it going, everybody? This is Bang Bang Bone. I'm back with another video. I will be reviewing the Kershaw Shuffle 2 with the Tanto blade. But first, I'll just do a detailed spin around. This blade, I've used it a little bit, so it has some schmutzka on it. You can see the dust and lint. I didn't want to review it without actually using it a decent amount. I've had this knife for about 2 months, 3 months maybe. I've used it a lot. This is the bottle opener. It's got like grip indentations. It's slightly improved from the last one in some ways. This is the lock. Okay, now might be hard to see, but on the inside there's a metal frame, but the metal frame is very thin, and then it's coated, it's kind of like encased in this plastic. This is a very, it definitely feels very plasticky, but it has good grip and it's still pretty strong. The only part that I'm kind of worried about is right there, because it's so thin. Like it's kind of like a 1.5 millimeters thin kind of piece, but it hasn't really chipped or anything yet, so I guess it's not an issue. I don't know. I'll put a link in the description of where I got this. I got it on Amazon at the time. It was like 15 bucks. I think it's 18 right now for some reason. Tan might be a more popular model. I don't know. I think it looks the best. The blade, I've used it to cut anything from paper, boxes, to limes when I was making Moscow mules. It works well. It's not the sharpest. I'll sharpen it with something like this, and it works well enough. The only complaints really I have with the knife are, like I said, this thin part right there, but it hasn't really been a problem. This isn't really a complaint, but the clip, the belt clip, whatever, pocket clip, it's really tight, like really firm, really stiff, so it's nice that it holds well, but at the same time it's hard to kind of slip onto your pants or pocket depending on what kind of clothing you're wearing or where you're putting it. It grips really nicely in the hands, and then one of the improvements is this little notch right here, so then you're less likely to slip onto the blade. That was like the Kershaw Shuffle 1. I don't think it had as well of an indentation. You could slip. The blade is nice because you can use it to scrape. Like this part, you can use it to scrape things. And obviously just that part to cut. One of my complaints is, whoops, almost just cut myself, is the bottle opener. It doesn't work that well. It's kind of a shame because it's like double-sided. You'd think at least one of the sides work, but I'll just do it now real quick. Like, it comes up. Oh. Alright, well, hey, it worked. I mean, sometimes, I guess depending on the bottle, it'll do the thing where you have to do it like 3 times kind of thing. I don't know, maybe it's the other side that doesn't work as well, or you just have to get it spot on. But in the past I've had and that type of issue. One second. Okay. It's easy to open and close with one hand. No complaints as far as that goes. It's very comfortable. You kind of forget it's there when you have it on you. And the screwdriver, I like to do things in my video like the bottle opener kind of thing, and then actually use it to unscrew something. I'd imagine it would do its job pretty well. You can see it's thin enough to fit some screws, but not all screws. Maybe if you kind of went in on the diagonal. That's another thing. Right here on the case, it says China. Kind of wish it didn't. You could probably just sand that off, to be honest. But it doesn't really bother me that much. You can reverse the pocket clip, but overall, I think I'd be wasting your time if I just kept going on about it. Well, that pretty much wraps up everything I had to say about the knife. It's a very convenient, good-looking, useful knife that's light, and you don't even notice it's there when it's on you, and it's the best thing in the world when you need it. So I highly recommend it. especially considering how low of a price it is. It's like 15 bucks, maybe 18. So if you guys liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave some comments down below if you guys have any questions or felt that I left something out, or you'd like to share your experiences. And subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. It lets me know that I should keep pumping out videos. Happy New Year, I guess. Bye-bye.